Today, I wanted to talk to you about Amazon and dropshipping. It's a new year, and I'm sure a lot of you are or have been thinking about um, becoming a professional seller on Amazon. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to go through step by step introduction and guidance into how to find the best possible products so that you can make profit, how to source them, how to find the um, the products that have a good enough competition but not enough to where it'll risk whatever investment you put into it. We are now in the year 2020. I am making this video today. It's Tuesday, January what are we 7th? January 7th. So literally beginning of the year, applying everything that we can do for this coming year, 2020, so that you can be a Amazon dropshipper. So let's get started. Let me see. Let me put this here down so you can see what I'll be going through. So on Amazon, if you're looking into becoming an Amazon Pro seller, it means that most likely you already shop a lot on Amazon. You see the potential. You see all these people making money off of the things that you are already buying, and you want to try to get in on the action. So that's great. There's a lot of things that you can sell, and literally anything, as long as it's legal, can be sold, assuming somebody is out there looking for any given product. Um, and the trick to the first thing to consider, and a trick I like to use is don't go off of anything that is attached to a brand. In this first page of Amazon, I'm in the Amazon homepage, and the homepage, you can already recognize some brands. You see the Beats logo right here. Gift cards are a big no-no. Don't no gift cards. Nothing. I wouldn't recommend selling anything that is perishable. Anything that has to go through the FDA. I would strongly suggest that you don't even try to sell any of that. Anything that is plastic, um, camping, clothing, I would try to go for it. Products such as this one could be hard to compete and make a profit if you don't sell them enough. The one thing again is stay away from the brands. No brands, and you don't want to sell knockoffs. You don't want to sell gadgets that are too techy or that are in a way attached to a brand as well. Headphones do pretty well. Anyway, so this is just so you can start getting your mind into the right mindset, and getting some ideas brewing. But okay, so you want to start and sell on Amazon. With Amazon, you can make a lot of profit. You can buy products in bulk from China, from websites like Alibaba, um, and other manufacturers, and then ship them to Amazon. Or you can stock them yourself, and then whenever an order comes in, then you send it out yourself. Or Amazon does everything for you. But if you do, you have to provide OBC codes. You have to make sure everything is in order so that they can just put it in a packaging box and send it. Um, One of the first things that you need to do as an Amazon Pro seller is strongly recommend that you get an LLC. Now you don't have to get an LLC, but the with an LLC, you are protected personally. So what that means is that if something goes wrong, if somebody, depending on the product, right? If somebody wants to sue you for more than a refund, they can't go for more than what the business has in the bank account. So an LLC is a very, very good way to protect any investment, especially if you are going to put in a good chunk of money into buying products for you to sell on Amazon. So the first thing again is maybe get an LLC. Depending on the product, things that are marginally priced, anything under $10, anything that there's no realistic chances that somebody may get hurt, etc. You may be able to get away with it for a while, maybe forever, and not need an LLC ever. However, if you don't have the money, maybe take the risk. I would personally not recommend it, but it's something that you could do. You could, eventually essentially start selling, and from the profits of your product, um, build up that savings so that you can pay for an LLC. And so the reason why I'm showing LegalZoom is because I have actually used it myself several times for some other businesses that I've had, other ones that I currently do have, and obviously at the Amazon dropshipping business. So LegalZoom is super easy. They're not necessarily the cheapest. They're fairly priced, but they are very efficient and they're cost effective and actually fairly quick with you getting your documents and everything in order right away. So I recommend LegalZoom. Once you have an LLC, or as that is being processed, the another thing that you will need for sure is a bank account. Now, I personally like Chase. I also like in certain areas we have US Bank and also Wells Fargo, but I do like Chase. You could try to go with maybe a local credit union as well, depending on who has the lowest fees, who has more ATMs, maybe faster processing. Just a better purchase for you as a business. But I personally like Chase. So once you have your LLC, once you have your bank account information, so you can tie it to your Amazon Pro Seller account. Now, please note that when you start a Amazon Pro Seller account, you will have a fee of $39 a month. So again, and that's a minimum. So it is an investment. You have to buy products, you have to buy the membership, you have to pay for it, and then will have to do your homework. A lot of us sometimes start promoting our own products through Facebook groups, through blogging. We make video tutorials over our own products. You do have to do some sort of advertising effort, some marketing effort, so that you can start getting some traction as well, because you will have an investment. You will have those monthly fees, and you will have that initial product sourcing and shipping, and then the UPC barcodes that you will have to buy. So again, consider that if you are really strapped for cash, maybe you're not ready. Maybe you shouldn't spend money on this unless again you're committed. You know that you will have to do your homework, and that once it's running, you will have to do your work and treat it as if it's a full-time job if you really want it to succeed. So the once you have your credit card, once you have your LLC, now we can go to Amazon. And one of the things that I like to do, for example, is I use this tool called Amazon Scout. Now, Amazon Scout it's a tool that you plug into your into your Google browser, and it becomes part of your browser. So whenever you search a regular Amazon page, this is a regular Amazon page. Whenever you browse, you can easily you can turn it on. So in this case, I'm gonna go and click on this one. This I don't see any brand. It seems fairly generic. It's just a plain drawing pad. Once I have this page, I can turn on my Amazon Pro, my Scout Pro, and it opens this handy little index. Now, this is pretty cool. And again, this is Amazon Scout, and I think this is one of the most efficient and all-inclusive tools that you could probably find. Now, please note that there's a product score. The product score is based off of all these other factors. Estimated sales per month. These are monthly. The margins that the sellers are generating. The fees that Amazon charges, and the average price for this particular product SKU. And then obviously the rank based on SEO, based on keywords, etc. Now, I don't recommend that from a 1 to 10, I don't recommend that you go as high as a 10. A 7, 6, 8, depending on the product, is a good number. It's a good product score, so that you're not looking for something that draws too much attention. Maybe you have to worry about spending more sourcing money right off the bat before you even sell them, or be able to cash in. You want to have a good steady flow, but at the beginning at least, have something that sells maybe once or twice a day, so that you can pace yourself with that growth and that expense that you will have to make. I'm not considering the bank transfer delays, etc. Um, and then obviously, of course, Amazon's shipping itself and packaging. So as you can see, this ranking has out of 10, it has a ranking of 7, a product score of 7. Amazon Scout is suggesting that you should have good enough profits, that you have enough decent sales, and but the listing is not that great, because there is some competition to it. Now, for this particular one, um, it has a ranking of 7. There's one seller, so there's not a lot of competitors selling this exact one. There's only one. The ranking is not that great, but it's decent. The pricing is decent. I personally like anything under $20. $19.99 for this, even though it's just a pad, but a couple of stencils. I think it's fairly decent. The problem is that Facebook is sorry, not Facebook. I do some Facebook ads on the site as well. The Amazon dropshipping fees are almost $9, almost half of what I'm selling them for. So as you can see, that's why some people are trying to make a little bit more out of them, so that they can bring down the cost, make more money, but they're competing again, against other people. This one has a lot of competitors for some reason. A lot of people are selling this exact same one. The ranking is not that great, but again, they're sharing that competition, and the margins and the costs are about the same. Its estimated monthly revenues, as you can see, is 18,000, which is a pretty good amount compared to the number 7 over here, which is 9,000. So imagine yourself being the one seller. So there's one person, and this person could be you. There is one person selling this mat and making almost $9,500. Is selling almost 500 times a month and keeping about $5,000 a month. And all they do is an investment. They run out, they buy more, they keep that steady inflow of product, so that Amazon has inventory for them to ship as the orders come in. They're ranking right in the middle, from the highest, which is pretty good, within a good competitive product score. And this person is sitting very nicely. Now, one of the cool things about Amazon is that with the Amazon Scout Pro, you can actually go to your left side right here, and you can save a product. You can save them. If you click on the product itself, it'll take you to the page, and you can do your homework. You can see how much competition there is. But again, these are fairly generic. So it's one of those things that as long as you can bundle them with something, you have a good description, good title, a decent amount of ratings, not a lot. That's another thing to consider. So you don't want something that has a lot of reviews. Something with decent amount of reviews. This guy only has 30 reviews, but is consistently making generating sales. Okay. So one of the things about Amazon, the Scout Pro, is that if you click on the line for the product, this little tab comes back. It'll come down, and it actually shows you that you can find the product on Alibaba, which is where the manufacturers will promote themselves, so you can buy it directly from the manufacturer. But also it'll generate a little cloud of keywords. Unfortunately for this one, they didn't find any. So let's see if we can find it for another. Let's see for this. This is a very competitive and very very basic product. So I'm surprised that the Scout Pro doesn't have keywords, but there's not that many keywords that you need. Just a drawing pad for kids. Anyway, this page is Alibaba, as you can see, and compared to the 19 $25, $26, $22. As you can see, you can buy them from Alibaba for as low as $250. Um, let's see, we can find one closely related. Let's say similar to the one that we were looking at. See, this one is the exact same one, this one and this one, but this one is giving you a better price versus the 430 for 100. And sometimes these prices are not even the final prices. You can always contact the supplier. You can contact supplier and negotiate. You can offer a different price for a certain amount, and sometimes they are willing to work with you if they haven't generated sales on their end from the factory. So don't see this as a final price. Always negotiate. Take advantage of the contact supplier options, and just be careful with the reviews. Let's see. Once you have the product, look. Let me go back to Amazon Scott Pro, and I'll show you from all the products that I have been saving. Then I can go back to down here to the bottom right corner, click on the big star, and it'll show you all the items that you have saved. Again, for you to consider. So this is kind of where you start piling and compiling your potential dropshipping product list, so that you start either little by little start selling those products, or you can filter out the ones that from your initial search. On this one, for example, I have, as you can see, I have the pad, tactical bags, which they sell fairly decent. As you can see, the tactical bag isn't even that expensive, $19.99, and most sellers aren't bundling with anything. So it's one of those things. I could sell it for the same price, and maybe bundle it with a tactical flashlight, and maybe sell it for $1 more. Let me click here to see if it gives me any keywords. I don't know. Maybe my Amazon Scott Pro is being glitchy. This is the one that didn't have any. Let me see another doodle pad, a BPA hydration bladder. These are awesome. Everybody loves to hike. Summer is just around the corner, and I found this handy product that, technically speaking, is very cheap to acquire. Let's go to Alibaba and see how much it would actually cost to source a bladder. So as you can see, it's $2 a piece, average, just about $2 a piece. Nothing fancy, it's just silicone, BPA, and it averages around $20 a piece. In this particular one, I chose it because it's got a product score of 7. There's no red signs. There's no warnings. And for this particular package deal, about 100 people buy it a month, generating me about $2,000. So it's something that if you want to get into this, you could maybe spend $500 in products, and because there is a decent amount of searches, but not a lot compared to other products, you can still have a full-time job and know that the little time that you give it through your day should be more than enough, because the searches are not going crazy every single day. You may sell 1 or 2 a day, maybe 3 if you're lucky, but it's not going to overwhelm you if you have a full-time job. You have little attention as you get started. Again, the way that I see Amazon dropshipping is more of an investment, not a full-time job. So I do look for things that I can buy cheaply. Again, $2 average from Alibaba, and I can make a decent amount of profit. And again, you can bundle, you can get creative with how you sell them and how you list them, so that once you're in there, you can bundle it with something else. You can bundle it with cleaning genocidal tablets. You can bundle it with maybe an extra straw. You can bundle and find ways to add value, which will then in turn make your product a little bit more appealing for the exact same price as your competitor. Um, so I like the bladder idea a lot. Another one is this ultrasonic skin scrubber, which again for the females out there and a lot of guys out there, this is a very good product, very popular, and just like with buying stocks, I buy and sell stocks. I day trade as well. I always have this idea of investing in my girlfriend, investing in my wife. So you can have the exact same thing. Invest in your girlfriend, invest in your wife. Anything that you know your wife or your girlfriend buys a lot of, or spends a ridiculous amount on, give it a chance. Do your research, and you could be banking on something great. And I think this is one of them. It's just a basic scrubber. Um, and a lot of people buy it. As you can see, it ranks about 45,000 per month. It sells for almost $30. The fees for the drop shipping are fairly low compared to what it sells for, and there is a decent amount of sales. So again, you can spend five, six, $700 on from your supplier, have a few months worth of product, and um, and just sit tight for a few months and see your 500 turn into 2,000, turn into 5,000. Um, anyway, so again, I recommend Amazon Sky Pro. Another thing that this handy tool has is that if you don't know what to sell, you can click at this button back down here, and it'll actually generate an idea for you. And so I just clicked on this, and it generated shower games. Shower games, baby shower. It looks like they're baby shower games, little cards that you can buy. So again, it just generated a random idea, and it gave me the score. It gave me the so what is this now? Silicone reusable bags. That's actually, that is actually a very good product. I know they sell very, very well. I think almost every mom that I know, including my wife, has bought these because they're flexible. They don't take as much space as the traditional um, reusable um, uh, packaging, um, and they're cost effective again, and with the whole idea of being green. So this actually sells very, very well. And you know what? Amazon Scalper just gave me this warning right off the bat. This is it. And the overall score is really good. You're likely to succeed, but it's yellow. So what that tells me is that when it's yellow like that, when I have the little warnings, competition is strong. That means that I need to make sure that I do my homework, and I need to make sure that I sell and pick the right bags, the right combination, the price it at a good price point compared to my competitors, and that I promote it on my own. Maybe I pay for ads, and Amazon provides you that as well, so you can push and promote your product. So Amazon also gives you the opportunity to be a paid advertisement when somebody search for the silicone baggies. Um, but I know that I have to do my homework. I know that I have to do the extra legwork so that I can move the product because the competition is strong. Demand is great, but there is a lot to choose from. As you can see, there is a lot to choose from. So, um, in some cases, if this one has 10 sellers selling this exact same one. Let's see what's so special about these. You have 10 people selling this exact same product. The stasher. Um, anyway, so once you have found your Amazon Scott Pro product, and you know what you're gonna buy, you select it from Alibaba, you contact the seller, you have your shipment on its way. Now you need to make sure that again you do have your Amazon's professional seller account. You gotta enter, you make sure that you're paying for it all, um, and then you need to make sure that you have the handy dandy UPC codes. Now the UPC codes are extremely important. You can buy them on eBay. You can buy them on eBay. It's eBay UPC codes. You can buy them. You can buy them on eBay, but I really don't recommend it. You just don't know if they have already been used or not. Whereas if you go to a company that has the government clearance, the GSI approval, so that they can generate, and sell the UPC codes, then you know you're buying legitimate barcodes. And I personally like Nationwide Barcode Company because they provide you with a lot of information so that you know what you're getting. Um, you can specifically go to Amazon UPC codes. It gives you a lot of information so you know what you're getting, why they're important, certain factors, how to deal with certain issues once you've submitted to Amazon, which is great. They're being productive with all this, and once as long as you understand what you're doing and how to get them, then you just select the amount. Now, with the amounts, you may try to save money. I wouldn't suggest you getting 10, 25, or 50 because you just don't know how many you're going to want to use or how long it's going to take for them to actually send them to you. So just avoid yourself some of that hassle and go right off the bat and maybe get yourself 100. Make that investment worth it. Avoid yourselves from possible future headaches and just go with maybe 100, maybe 50 at the minimum, if you really start for cash. But I would say maybe 50 to 100. That way you have them handy as you're using them. And yeah, I mean, like I said, once you have this, then you just submit to Amazon, and you will be good to go. So it really is that simple. Now again, to be clear, I am using Google as my browser, and my Amazon Scott, the AMC Scott Pro application is off of my Google bar. So I have installed it and it's permanently there in my Google browser, so that as soon as I go to Amazon, I can click on a product and just click on this, and it generates the information that I'm looking for. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. I will drop some links below so that all those links I shared are there for you, and other little products that I think are handy and I think are personally easy to sell. So I'll drop some of those links on Amazon so that you can have a list of the products that I have sold or bought, and know they sell very well. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts, comments. Just be nice. If I get 500 likes, I'll make another one more in depth as far as the LLC, how to procure from Alibaba, how to negotiate with them. I'll keep making videos for you. So yeah, just hit the like button and leave your comments or questions, and I'll address them as soon as I can. Thank you.